Welcome to our channel. 7 Historic Israeli Moments at the Oscars Through the Years. At the end of January, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, AMPAS, announced the nominees for the 97th Annual Academy Awards. No Other Land, a film made by an Israeli-Palestinian collective of 4 filmmakers, Yuval Abraham, Rachel Shore, Handan Balal, and Bessel Adra, emerged as a nominee in the Best Documentary Feature Film category. Although the film boasts a flawless review aggregate among international critics, the documentary was criticized by many in Israel over its one-sided portrayal of the alleged struggles experienced by Arab residents of the West Bank. The contentious documentary is not the first nomination ever to be clinched by Israeli filmmakers. Many talented film professionals have gotten the coveted nod, including several winners. Ahead of the 97th Oscars, set to take place in Los Angeles on March 2, Israel 21C has compiled a list of the best Israeli moments at the Academy Awards through the years. Prior to Gal Gadot becoming Israel's most recognized actress, Jerusalem-born Natalie Portman was the one people in Israel were pinning their hopes on when it came to international film fame. Unfortunately, the Star Wars star is not as vocal a supporter of the Jewish state as Gadot. Nevertheless, Portman is the only Israeli ever to win a Best Actress Oscar. In 2011, the actress won the coveted Golden Statue for her portrayal of troubled ballerina Nana Sayers in the drama Black Swan. Speaking of Gadot, 2018 was truly the year of the Israeli actress. Fresh off the massive success of Wonder Woman, Gadot was one of the presenters at the 90th Academy Awards. Wearing a silver Givenchy gown, the actress presented the award for Best Makeup and Hairstyling, along with actor Armie Hammer, who has since been shunned by the industry over a bizarre admission of being a cannibal. In 1978, Moshe Mizrahi became the first Israeli director whose feature film won an Academy Award. He won for Madame Rosa, even though he made the film while living in France. Mizrahi was born in 1931 to a Jewish family in Egypt, studied filmmaking in Paris, and eventually moved to Israel. Different cultures he experienced throughout his life led him to adopt the 1975 novel The Life Before Us for the big screen. The book, written by Romain Gary under the pseudonym Émile Ajar, tells the story of a French Jewish Holocaust survivor and a former prostitute who runs a boarding school for children of prostitutes, many of whom are Muslim and immigrants from Algeria. At the time of its release, the film was viewed through the prism of the Israel-Arab conflict. Born in 1935 in pre-state Israel, Chaim Topol became the first Israeli actor nominated for an Oscar, when in 1972 he clinched the nod for Best Actor for his performance in Fiddler on the Roof. Topol ultimately lost to Gene Hackman, who won the award for his role in The French Connection. In 1964, Topol starred as Salah Shabadi in the Israeli-made film of the same name, which tells the story of Mizrahi Jews arriving in the newly founded Jewish state. Salah Shabadi became the first Israeli film nominated for an Oscar in the Best Foreign Language Film category. In 2019, filmmaker Guy Nativ became the second Israeli director, after Moshe Mizrahi, to win an Academy Award. His short film Skin won an Oscar for Best Live-Action Short Film at the 91st Academy Awards. The short film, which was later adapted as a full-length feature, details a race-based gang conflict that begins with an innocuous encounter at a supermarket. Israeli sound engineer Niv Adiri has had quite an illustrious career. He worked on some of the biggest films of the past couple of decades, including V for Vendetta, Slumdog Millionaire, Bohemian Rhapsody, and many others. He was nominated for an Oscar only 2 years ago for his work on Belfast. But the biggest achievement of his career so far came in 2014, when he won the Best Sound Mixing Oscar for his work on Gravity, which won 6 other Academy Awards at the same ceremony. Although this final entry may not be as obvious as the rest, it is equally, if not more, important. Israeli actress and influencer Hafet Golan attended last year's Academy Awards wearing a Yaniv Percy gown with the names of all the hostages still held in Gaza. It was one of the very few tributes made to the hostages, or Israelis in general, at the ceremony, which took place mere months after the deadly October 7 Hamas attacks.